owes my family an apology. More so because a lot of times he'll have this perspective of it was a joke or I was trying to be funny, and it did not land at all.
All right, let's talk about the moment that completely flipped everything upside down. The moment nobody saw coming, but once it happened, you couldn't unsee it. Because when Kimmi's brother finally lost his patience, it wasn't just anger, it wasn't just frustration, it was years of watching, years of staying quiet, years of holding back, all coming out at once. And when he spoke, he didn't just raise his voice, he exposed something much deeper, something darker. See, for a long time, people believed they understood Maurice. Calm, logical, put together, the kind of man who always seemed in control no matter what life threw at him. But here's the thing about people who always look like they've got it all figured out.
Hi everybody, I'm Kimmi, and I am on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's been a wonderful opportunity. It was unforeseen. It was something none of us ever sought out. We were legitimately friends that hung out trying to do some things for the more disenfranchised portion of our town. And I like that similarity even in the Bell Collective when they first started as well, was in regards to some of rebuilding some of the portions of town that are meaningful to us. And so we've been able to do that. This platform has afforded us a lot of opportunity to reach out to people. I agree with Marie in the fact that the show has something for everybody. You know, I don't have to be your favorite. I can be, but I don't have to be.
Sometimes they're hiding the most. And what nobody expected was for Kimmi's own brother to be the one to tear that image apart, piece by piece, right in front of everyone. No filters, no holding back. Because this time, he wasn't protecting feelings, he was protecting his sister. And once he started talking, there was no going back. Now, to really understand why that moment hit so hard, we've got to go back for a second, because Kimmi and Maurice didn't always look like this complicated, tense couple walking on eggshells. At one point, they were what people called solid. Not flashy, not overly dramatic, just stable. And honestly, that's what made them stand out. Kimmi has always been that person, strong, grounded, and calm even when everything around her feels like it's falling apart. She's not loud with her pain. She doesn't go out of her way to make scenes. If anything, she internalizes everything, processes it quietly, and keeps moving forward. And that's something people admired about her. But it's also something that can be dangerous, because when you're the one who always holds it together, people start expecting you to never fall apart.
Saying that this is all the reason, but True T has really done an amazing thing for Miss Black Titanic, and I appreciate that. And it's always good to see creators supporting other creators. But child, y'all go over there and listen to this, because this right here is the clown of the year, baby.
Maurice, on the other hand, carried himself differently. He came off as logical, structured, and emotionally controlled, the kind of man who believes that problems are meant to be solved, not felt. And in some situations, that works, but in relationships, that can become a problem real fast. At first, their differences seemed to balance each other out. Kimmi brought warmth, patience, and emotional understanding. Maurice brought stability, direction, and control. It looked like a perfect mix from the outside. But what people didn't see was what was happening underneath. Because while Kimmi was giving emotionally, Maurice was holding back. While she was trying to connect, he was trying to fix. And those two things are not the same.
I wanted to make sure that no one is misled by this information. First of all, my name is Maurice Scott, Maurice Jefferson Scott, Sr. And if you're gonna do research on a Maurice Scott, make sure that you're researching the right person.
Over time, those small disconnects started turning into bigger gaps. Conversations became shorter, emotions became heavier, and slowly, quietly, Kimmi started carrying more than her share of the relationship. And the scary part, she didn't complain, she just adapted. But the people closest to her, especially her brother, he noticed everything. Every forced smile, every moment she swallowed her feelings, every time she chose peace over speaking up. He saw it all, and he stayed quiet for a long time, until he couldn't anymore. Now, here's where everything starts to shift, because what looked like just another conversation turned into something nobody was prepared for. It started off simple enough, a family setting, some tension in the air, sure, but nothing out of the ordinary. At least that's what it seemed like. But then something changed.
A lot that you guys didn't see. However, in the moment that I acted, I was acting to protect the situation, protect my brother from further harm.
Kimmi's brother wasn't his usual calm self. You could see it in his face, the way he sat, the way he looked at Maurice, like he was holding back something heavy. And when he finally spoke, it wasn't casual, it wasn't polite, it was direct. He looked Maurice straight in the eye and said something that instantly made the room uncomfortable. He said, "You think showing up is enough, but you've been missing where it actually matters." And just like that, everything got quiet, because that wasn't just a comment, that was a warning. Maurice tried to brush it off at first, kept that same composed tone, that same calm energy he always uses. But this time, it didn't work, because Kimmi's brother wasn't done, not even close. He went deeper. He started talking about the moments people didn't see, the times Kimmi needed emotional support and didn't get it, the times she opened up and was met with logic instead of empathy. And then came the part that really shook everything. He said, "You weren't just distant, you were disconnected, and you made her feel like she had to go through everything alone." That hit, because it wasn't loud, but it was heavy, and you could feel it land. Kimmi didn't interrupt. She didn't defend Maurice. She didn't try to calm her brother down. She just sat there, quiet, still. And that silence, it spoke louder than anything else. Because if what her brother was saying wasn't true, she would have said something. But she didn't, and that told everyone everything they needed to know. But here's the twist. Kimmi's brother wasn't finished. He took it one step further, and that's when things got really uncomfortable. He started exposing patterns, not just moments, but habits. He talked about how Maurice avoided emotional conversations, how he shut down whenever things got too real, how he made everything about staying in control instead of actually being present. And then he said something that nobody was ready for. You care more about looking like a good partner than actually being one. That line, it changed the entire atmosphere, because now this wasn't just about a few missed moments. This was about intention, about authenticity, about whether Maurice was really showing up or just playing the role. You could see it on Maurice's face. That calm mask started cracking, just a little, but enough for people to notice. And for the first time, he didn't have a quick response. Because how do you argue with someone who's been watching everything from the outside? Someone who has no reason to sugarcoat the truth? Maurice's brother wasn't speaking from emotion alone. He was speaking from observation, and that's what made it hit so hard. The room stayed tense. Nobody moved, nobody interrupted. And Kimmi, still quiet. But if you looked closely, you could see it. That look in her eyes. Not anger, not shock. Something else. Relief. Like someone had finally said the things she didn't have the energy to say anymore. And that's when everything shifted again. Because Maurice finally responded. But it wasn't the response people expected. He didn't argue, he didn't get defensive, he didn't shut it down. Instead, he paused, and then he admitted something that changed the tone of the entire conversation. He said, "I didn't realize how much I was missing." And just like that, the tension turned into something deeper. Because now it wasn't about proving who was right or wrong, it was about facing the truth. He went on to explain that he thought being strong meant staying composed, that he believed solving problems was more important than sitting in emotions, that he didn't know how to show up in the way Kimmi actually needed. And while that might sound like accountability, for some people it felt too late. Because where was that understanding when she needed it most? Where was that awareness when she was carrying everything alone? That's the part that stuck with people. Because apologies are powerful, but timing matters. And this conversation didn't just expose Maurice, it exposed the reality of their entire relationship. A relationship where one person gave emotionally and the other struggled to meet them there. A relationship where silence replaced communication and strength turned into quiet suffering. And that's what made this moment bigger than just a family argument. It became something people could relate to. Because how many times have we seen this before? One person holding everything together while the other thinks everything is fine. One person asking for emotional connection while the other responds with logic. And over time, that gap becomes too wide to ignore. That's exactly what happened here. And Kimmi's brother, he didn't just call it out, he forced everyone to see it. And when you really sit with everything that happened, the emotional weight of it all hits differently. Because this wasn't just about calling someone out. This was about years of silent pain finally being acknowledged. Kimmi has always been the strong one, the calm one, the one who keeps everything together no matter what's going on inside. But even the strongest people have limits. And for a long time, she was carrying more than anyone realized. Emotionally, mentally, even physically at times. And instead of being supported, she adjusted.
She adapted. She made things work. But that kind of strength comes at a cost. Because when you keep pushing your own feelings aside, eventually it catches up to you. And that's what made her silence in that moment so powerful. She didn't need to argue. She didn't need to explain. Her quiet presence said everything. It showed how tired she was, how much she had been holding in, and how much it meant to finally have someone speak up for her, not over her, for her. Her brother didn't just go off for the sake of drama. He spoke from a place of protection, from a place of love, from a place of watching someone he cares about slowly carry more than she should have to. And in that moment, he gave her something she hadn't had in a long time. Support. Real support. The kind that doesn't stay quiet just to keep the peace. The kind that's willing to shake the room if that's what it takes to tell the truth. And that's powerful. Now here we are, after everything's been said, after the truth has been laid out in the open, and the question isn't about what happened anymore, it's about what happens next. Because moments like this, they change things. You can't go back to pretending everything is fine after something like that. You can't unhear those words. You can't ignore what's been exposed. Maurice has now acknowledged his shortcomings. He's admitted that he didn't show up the way he should have, and that's a start. But here's the reality. Acknowledgement is only the first step. What comes after, that's what really matters. Because growth isn't about what you say in one emotional moment, it's about what you do consistently after. And for Kimmi, this might be the first time in a long time where she gets to really ask herself something important. Not what's best for the relationship, not what keeps the peace, but what's best for her. Does she stay and see if things truly change, or does she choose herself and walk away from something that hasn't been meeting her emotionally? That's not an easy decision, because love isn't just about feelings. It's about being seen, being supported, being understood without having to beg for it. And for so long, she's been giving that to everyone else. Now the question is, will she finally give it to herself? Because at the end of the day, this wasn't just about one argument. This was about truth, about accountability, about what happens when silence is replaced with honesty. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop pretending everything is okay. So now I want to hear from you. If you were in Kimmi's position after everything that's come out, after everything that's been said, would you give it another chance, or would you walk away and choose peace? Because one thing is clear, after this moment, nothing between them will ever be the same again.